Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome. If you are coming back, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. My name is Cassie, and on this channel, we talk all things of healing, self-love, and self-care, and of course, becoming your dream woman. And on today's episode, I want to talk about how healing my anxious attachment style has helped me become my dream woman. Healing, learning self-love and self-care, and truly creating a life that you are so happy with has been one of the greatest gifts that I could have ever given myself. And I truly mean that, because when you start doing this work, when you start healing your inner child wounds and building a life that you actually enjoy, something really powerful happens. And that right there changes everything. You stop needing people the way that you used to. For me personally, doing this work has helped me move out of my anxious attachment style and step into a much more secure version of myself. And the benefits of doing this work are honestly endless. Before I started my healing journey, I used to be someone who really worried about whether a man wanted to be with me or not. It's kind of embarrassing to admit that, but I'm just being honest here. And my old anxious attachment style always left me looking for reassurance. Always wondering, do they like me? Are they going to stay? Did I do something wrong? And when you live like that, your entire emotional world becomes dependent on how someone else treats you. And their attention determines your mood. Their validation ends up determining your worth. And that is very exhausting. And it's not a place where you want to be in order to live a fulfilling life. But the biggest shift for me actually happened when I stopped looking for validation outside of myself and started giving that to myself instead. Through the healing process, I learned how to give myself love. I learned how to care for myself. I learned how to create the life that actually makes me happy. You don't actually need someone else to make you feel special. You don't need someone else to validate your worth. And you already know your value deep down. And that is one of the most empowering feelings a woman can experience. Because now I don't view relationships from a place of needing. I want one, but I don't need one. And wanting and needing puts you in such a different place. And so I view that from a place of choice, right? And when you have choice, you have power. And another huge benefit of healing is that you actually start seeing things from what they actually are and not what you wish they were. And this is a big one for me, because when I was operating from my anxious attachment style, I didn't even realize that I was doing this, but I was constantly looking at the potential of people, not the reality. I would think things like, oh, well, nobody's perfect. They'll grow. They'll just need time. And while all that is true, and that nobody is perfect, there is a difference though between giving grace and ignoring reality. And I learned that the hard way. So one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in this is potential without action is nothing. You cannot build a healthy relationship based on potential. You need integrity. You need good morals. You need good values. You need honesty, consistent action. You need someone who actually shows up as a good human being. Because staying with somebody based on potential can actually cost you years of your life. It can cost you your peace it can cost you your energy, and it can cost you your heart. And a lot of good-hearted women stay in situations far longer than they should because they believe that person will eventually change. But sometimes the truth is they never will. And when you lean towards an anxious attachment style, you tend to be very loyal, very loving, very hopeful. And unfortunately, that can make you vulnerable to people who want to take advantage of you. And you might stay because you already invested years. You believe that they will change. You feel responsible for helping them grow. But there are people out there who will happily take everything that you have to give without ever becoming the partner that you deserve. And that's why healing is so important. And if you are somebody who is struggling with anxious attachment, I truly understand how hard that can feel. But healing is possible, and it actually starts with two things. First, healing your childhood trauma, because that's where a lot of that attachment pattern came from. So when you start healing those wounds, your relationship patterns start changing as well. And the second thing is start creating a life that you actually enjoy living. Because when you build a life where you can generally be happy on your own, where you have hobbies, passions, goals, routines, things that bring you joy, because when you build a life like that, you stop needing someone else to complete you. And when you get to that place, something really beautiful starts to happen. A relationship becomes something that adds to your life, not something that creates your happiness. You're already happy, you're already feeling fulfilled, and the man that you attract simply enhances the life that you have already built. And this is completely different energy than needing someone to come in and fix your life and to make you feel good about yourself, right? Here's another really important thing. When you do get into relationships, keep the life that you've built for yourself. Keep your hobbies, keep your passions, keep the things that make you happy. Because a healthy relationship should fit into your life. It shouldn't replace it. Too many women abandon themselves once they enter into a relationship. And that is not a healthy dynamic. A secure relationship with two people choosing one another, not two people losing themselves in each other. So honestly, healing and learning how to love myself has been one of the greatest gifts that I could have ever given myself. It helped me become more of my dream woman, helped me move into more of a secure attachment style. It helped me see relationships with so much more clarity. And if you are someone who is currently on the healing journey, just know that all of the work that you're doing is worth it. Because the more you heal, the more you become the woman who attracts the kind of love that you actually deserve. So stay strong, keep your boundaries and standards high, and stay patient, okay? Don't settle. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.